Hi everyone, and welcome to the 22nd episode of the Honeybee Knits podcast. My name's Melissa, and I'm coming to you from about 45 minutes north of Cincinnati. Today is Friday, October 20th, and it's a lovely October day. However, it's much warmer than it should be. It should definitely be a little bit chilly this time of year. It's been a while. It's been about 11 days since I podcasted last. It was not my intention to go that long. If you've been following me on Instagram, you'll know that I have been knitting a sweater for my husband. Last time we spoke, he was in DC on a business trip, and I was trying to knit him a sweater while he was gone. And I did get a lot of the sweater done before he got back. However, I have not had nearly as much knitting time as I wanted over the past couple weeks, and I was not able to finish it. My goal was to finish it at least before I podcasted next, and I tried really hard to make that happen, and it just didn't. So it's not done, but I do, it's close to being done. I probably have another hour and a half, 2 hours left to go in it. And as soon as it is finished, I will be showing it as a WIP today on the podcast. So I hope everybody had a great couple of weeks and everybody's doing well. It's been a really busy couple weeks for me. Work-wise, family-wise. You may hear or see a little wiener dog running around today. I am dog sitting for my dad this week. So he's getting into pretty much everything because we normally don't let him up here. I'm podcasting from my loft. He normally is downstairs, and he's up here with me today while I podcast because Jason is working in the basement. So there's that. I'm drinking some Donut Shop coffee with some French vanilla creamer out of my Seattle mug that the lovely Asia sent me. I believe she's Min Knit Shawl or Min Shawl or Min Knit Shawl on Ravelry and Instagram. I'm sorry, I can't remember her username, but we did a bit of a swap, and she went a little overboard, which you guys will see here in a bit. But this is my second cup of coffee for the day. Good boy, Max. Good boy. He just laid on my feet, so oh, I shouldn't have talked to him because now he's up running around. Come here, you want to say hi? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come here. Come here, good boy. No. Come here, good boy. Come here. Oh, this is Maxie. He's a good boy. This is my dad's dog. My dad is in Florida on vacation, and he asked if we could watch Max for him. So Max is hanging out with us for the week. Which is funny because if you know what my dad looks like, or the type of guy my dad is, it's very surprising that he has a tiny little wiener dog. So my dad's a rather large biker dude, so it's kind of funny. But he's a good dog. My dad loves him, and I love him too. So he's been pretty good for the most part. He pooped in the house once, but that's probably my fault because I wasn't paying attention. He's very well trained. He was my cousin's dog, and my cousin has autistic children. And unfortunately they were allergic to Max, so they gave him to my dad. But prior to that, my cousin had him very well trained. When he has to go to the bathroom, he rings a little bell on the door. So unfortunately, my dad forgot to bring the bell, so we have to kind of guesstimate when he has to go. And for the most part, he does tell us, but every once in a while, we miss signs. Izzy is a larger dog, so she doesn't have to go out to the bathroom as often as he does. So sometimes we kind of forget that Max needs to go out much more often than Izzy. But other than that, he's been really good. He doesn't really listen when he's outside very well. He does like to chase after cars and other animals and kids, so we got to kind of keep an eye on him when we're outside. But other than that, it's been okay. He's not good around our cats. We've had to keep them separate. So they've been spending the week in the basement, which sounds awful, but it's a fully furnished basement. It's the size of my first apartment, so they have plenty of room down there. And it's nice and warm, and they've got furniture to lay on and Jason to keep them company because he works downstairs. So, and I go down and I spend some time with them in the evenings. So they get plenty of love and attention. They're just not allowed in the rest of the house this week. Otherwise, Max will terrorize them and chase them, and it's no fun. He's never seen a cat before, so he doesn't know what a cat is. So I can't really blame him for freaking out over seeing cats that are larger than he is, because I have 2 cats that are larger than he is. So anyway, actually I think they all 3 might be larger than him. Enough animal talk. I know not everybody is an animal lover, so. Well, I did want to say that if this is your first time joining me, thank you so much for joining me. I'm glad you're here. You'll see that this is a podcast about knitting, spinning, acquisitions, and just general chatter. Unfortunately, well, maybe not unfortunately, depending on the content that you like personally, but today is definitely going to be an acquisition-centric episode. Leva's gonna laugh when I say this. I was really good up until about 2 weeks ago. I had been doing really well, not purchasing a whole lot, and then everything just kind of went downhill, and I made a lot of purchases, and some of which are here today, but I would say the majority of them are not here yet. Some of those are companies like Desert Vista Dye Works and Nomadic Yarns, which take 4 to 8, I'd say 5 to 6, 7, 8 weeks to ship. So I won't be seeing those for a while, but for the most part, any of the ready to ship stuff is here. I only have 1 order that is on its way as far as acquisitions go. I'm waiting on, okay, so let's just get the shop news out of the way because I know I'll forget. Let's do the administrative stuff, and then we'll get into the knitting content and the acquisitions. That way I'll keep acquisitions for last in case you're not interested in that, because the bulk of today's podcast is going to be acquisitions. So shop news. I have mostly sold out of my ready to ship items. I have, I believe, 1 or 2 colorways still ready to ship. I think I have, and they're both tonals. So I believe I have 1 Hi-Ho Silver left on DK. Maybe not. I can't remember. And then I have 2 of the Lavender Dreams colorways left, and I can't remember which base they're available on. So that's all I have for ready to ship. As always, I do have all bases available for Get It Together, Levi, Squirrel, What Killer Bees, and Victorian Queen Bee. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure to get your order in. I will be dyeing up yarn this weekend, so it'll go out next week. And I also have 3 new colorways coming out as soon as my labels come. I ran out of labels, and she sent them out. I mean, I ordered them Saturday. She had them printed and ready to go within a couple hours. She sent them out Monday, and I'm still waiting on them. So they're supposed to be here today. So fingers crossed that they get here, because they were supposed to be here yesterday and they didn't show up. So I hope that they get here today so that I can label those, take some photos, and get those up in the shop as ready to ship and dyed to orders, because I only have 1 on each base. So I have 1 Sparkle, 1 Queen Bee, 1 Worker Bee, and 1 DK of each colorway ready to ship, and all the others will be dyed to orders. So I will be putting up both listings for all 3 colorways. 1 is a Halloween colorway, and the other 2 are fall colorways. So I know I'm a little late to game with Halloween, but if you're anything like me, I will buy Halloween all year round. And it's not necessarily just centric to Halloween. It could be used for a male, like if you're trying to knit a pair of socks for a male, or something that is more gender neutral. It's a good colorway for that. So as soon as I get the labels, I will put up a short video probably on Instagram to introduce the colorways, and they will be up in the shop, and I will make sure to let you know when that happens. I am also going to be dyeing up a few colorways this weekend, a few new ones. My husband has one that he wants to try. You may remember that I had a colorway in my shop called Super Nintendo, and it was like purple and gray, and it was to mirror the Super Nintendo. Well, My husband has a little bit different take on that colorway, and he is excited to try his hand at dyeing because he wants some socks made out of it. So we will be coming out with a Super Nintendo version 2 that he is dyeing, actually. So he is excited to do that this weekend. He's been bugging me about it for weeks, and I finally got the dye color that he needs. So I also have another fun colorway planned. For those of you missing out on Rhinebeck this weekend, I'm so sad. I have serious FOMO. Levi calls it FOBLO, fear of being left out, but it's actually FOMO, fear of missing out. But if you watch his last podcast, you'll have seen that. I am wearing a new necklace today. So it's a little bit jingly, so I apologize if it becomes too annoying. I'll try to keep the jingling to a minimum. But anyway, so I have a fun colorway that I'm going to do this weekend that is kind of trying to keep my spirits up, because I'm really sad I missed out on Rhinebeck this year. So Levi and I, and possibly Elizabeth, and I believe possibly Amanda and Kelly, I don't know, we need to talk to them. But a few of us are looking at renting a house for Rhinebeck next year. And Levi and I had taken the plunge, and we rented one. Well, we put in our request to rent one. If you know anything about vacation rentals, they have to accept your request, and they have 24 hours to do so. And the lady emailed me and said that she wants to give first dibs to the people staying there this year, and she's going to find out by next week if they want to come back next year. And based on that is whether or not we get the house. So we were really excited because we're like, yay, we booked it, we're going to Rhinebeck next year. And then we get that message, and we were a little ticked off because we're like, why would you even put the listing up for next year if you weren't planning on offering it to the public? But I understand, kind of. So we are still in the search for a place to stay for next year. And we will continue looking until we find the perfect place, so that we do not miss out next year, because we're having a bad weekend. We're both commiserating with each other. We're really sad that we're missing it, so we'll probably have to Skype with Allie or something this weekend to keep our minds off of it. But anyway, back to shop news. So I have a fun colorway planned to do this weekend to kind of, commiserating that I'm not in Rhinebeck. So keep an eye out for that. And also I got my Christmas dye in, so I will be working up some Christmas colorways. Probably won't be doing that this week. I'm going to be keeping my dyeing to a minimum this week, just because I need a little bit of a break. I have not had a day. I'm used to being able to sit down and knit for 8 hours straight, and I have not been able to do that in a long time. So, and by a long time, a couple weeks. And unfortunately, I know that I'm one of the lucky ones that is able to find 8 hours in a day to devote to knitting, mostly knitting. I know not everybody can do that, so I know I'm very lucky, but I need it. I definitely need it, and I need to make time to do it because I have a lot of things I want to work on, and not a lot of progress got made this week. So that's pretty much it for shop news. I know I'm very chatty today, sorry. I've second cup of coffee. It's 1:05 p.m. so I'm sure this is not my last. I'm trying to think. I was about to say I'm doing pretty good. This is only my second cup at 1, but I remembered I didn't get up till 10, so probably should switch to tea after this. So that is shop news. So the next administrative item is giveaways. So I announced quite a few giveaways last week. I'm still waiting on a few people to get back to me. I'm going to give them until the next podcast to get back to me, and if they do not, I will draw new winners. The people that have sent me their information, I have not gifted any patterns yet, and I have not mailed out any giveaway packages. I have just been super busy. There's been a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, a lot of planning, and I'm drained creatively. I got out, I think, something like, let's see, last weekend I dyed 36 skeins of yarn, and the weekend before I did 30. So I did 66 skeins of yarn within about a week of each other, which is a lot for me. I'm used to doing about 18 skeins at a time, so doing 66 was a lot. And as I love it and as much as I enjoy it, I probably will start dyeing on the weekdays now. And stop saving it all for the weekends, because I kind of stress myself out trying to get everything done in a weekend, and then before I know it, my weekend is gone because I've spent all day Friday, all evening Friday, all day Saturday dyeing, and then all day Sunday and all morning Monday labeling and shipping. So I'm going to try to be better about time management so that I can do more with the time that I do have, and still have time to knit. So all that to say, I have not had the time or the energy to figure out which packages need to go where, what patterns need to go where, and also I owe some people some swap packages for the mugs. So I ran out, so I'm going, I know I keep saying I'm going, and one of them actually that I sent out broke, so I need to make that a priority to get that one and send it out first. But I am going to go to Starbucks probably this evening and purchase quite a few of these to send out to the people that have sent me swaps or are going to be sending me swaps, and I have not sent their swap package out yet. So I apologize for the delay on that. I know a few of you have messaged me asking me if I've received your information. I have. I just haven't had a chance to organize the information to make sure everybody gets the right package. Mixing that in with the shop packages that were going out this week was a little overwhelming, so I just kind of put it on the back burner. But I will definitely make that a priority this weekend and hopefully get them out tomorrow morning. And if not, they will be ready to go Monday morning if I don't make it before my post office closes tomorrow, because it closes early on Saturdays. So, what I will do is, if I am supposed to send you a package in the mail, I will send you a tracking number. So, if you do not receive a tracking number before Monday evening, which will be the 23rd, I think that's right. Today's the 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd. So if you do not receive a tracking number by the end of day on the 23rd, please message me, because more than likely somehow I may have missed that I was supposed to be sending you a package. Because my plan is to have all packages out this weekend and ready to go. And I will send you a tracking number once that happens. So if you are expecting something from me, whether it's a regular swap, a mug swap, or a giveaway package, and you do not receive a tracking number from me, please send me a message. I do not want to miss you in the shuffle of all the craziness that has been going on. So there is that. Sorry for the long ramble. Knit-alongs. So we have a couple of knit-alongs. So as always, we have our sock knit-along going on in the Ravelry group. And that goes all year long, and it's monthly, so make sure that you're knitting your socks and that you're putting them in the thread by August 31st to be eligible for this month's prize. This month's prize is Halloween themed, so we have this bag from Bird Leg Bags, which is super cute with the witches and the ghosts and the pumpkins, and then they have owls, and looks like there is vampires and werewolves and skeletons and Frankenstein's monster and all kinds of stuff. So lots of cute little Halloween-y things. On the inside, it has spiders. Super cute. I gotta stop singing. I was telling Levi today I can't stop singing things, and it's all his fault. Him and Allie, they both sing everything, and I never used to sing my words before, and now I am. So to go along with that, I have some Knit Picks Knit Picks Stroll Fingering, and this is the Make Believe colorway, which I absolutely love. The greens and the purples and the blues, and it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous skein of yarn, and it's super soft. And if you've never knit with Knit Picks before, it's fantastic quality for the price. It's such a great value. So that will be going with that. So make sure you're knitting your socks and getting them into the thread so I can get that package out to you in the mail. Oh, we also have a sweater knit along going on. It is co-hosted by Brooke from a Knit Soul podcast, and it is a selfish sweater knit along. It started October 1st and it goes through the end of the year, and it is a knit along for basically you knit a sweater, a holiday sweater, so something that you can wear through the holiday season or the winter season, and put it in the, we have both a chatter thread and an FO thread. So I have not worked, and on my last podcast I showed I had the ribbing for the back panel done of my sweater. I am knitting the honeycomb sweater. I think it's in the wood smoke, maybe it's wood smoke or woodland magazine from Knit Picks. And I have not worked any more on that this week, so I will not be showing my progress this week on that, but I do plan to at least get one of the cabled repeats done this week, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, so make sure that you are ordering your yarn or digging through your stash to find the yarn that you would like to use for that knit along, finding your patterns, and casting on. We now have 2.5 months instead of 3, so actually a little less than 2.5 months. We have about 2 months and 11 days. So make sure that you are working on that and getting them done and put into the threads. So I think that's the only knit-alongs we have going on right now. Starting January, Levi, Allie, and myself will be co-hosting a knit-along, What You Knittin' Kitten knit-along. And basically, that is one of Stephen West's taglines, and the knit-along is basically to knit any Stephen West pattern. And I believe the three of us, or at least Levi and myself, are going to be doing the Exploration Station. Levi's knit it before. He absolutely loved that pattern, so he wants to knit it again because for some reason he gave away his beautiful shawl. And I have always wanted to knit it. I have 2 sets of yarn that I have bought to knit it with, and just never casted it on. So we decided what better time than January, because some of the other knit-alongs we've got going on will be wrapping up by then. So I look forward to that. And make sure you're picking out your pattern and getting your yarn ready for a January 1st cast on. So I think that takes care of all the administrative stuff. If I missed something, I'm sorry. Please feel free to let me know. Oh, we do have the Stash Down 27.3. What? Stash Down 2017 thread is open in the Ravelry group. And the idea is to end the year with less yarn than what you started with. We did start, I believe, in July, so it wasn't a full year, but we will be restarting the knit along January 1st, which is a good thing because I seriously failed. We're going to have 2 major prizes. One is going to be the Biggest Loser prize, which means that you have gotten rid of the most skeins of yarn. And the other one, oh no, I'm sorry, Biggest Loser prize and the grand prize. So the grand prize is going to be the person that used the most skeins of yarn from their stash without adding more. The Biggest Loser prize is the person that added the most skeins from stash, and it will be percentage based. So I myself, and I might try to see if my moderator will help me out with some of the maths, because she is an accountant. Well, she's more than that, but she's good with numbers. So I might see if she'll help me with that, but we're basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to figure out percentages. So everything's going to be percentage based. So it doesn't matter if you start with 10,000 skeins or 4. It'll be a fair distribution. So make sure that you can join now. It doesn't matter that it's been going for months. You can join at any time. Just count up the skeins that you want to use for the knit along, put them in your count, and then keep track of how many you use and add from now to the end of the year. So whips count for that. So if you just make sure that if you're going to finish a whip, that the skeins that you used in that whip are counted in your starting total. If you need an example, you can take a look at mine, because I have Stash Start, which includes skeins included in like these whips hanging back here. So Stash Start, and I have Stash Gifted, because I give away some skeins for the podcast and friends and things like that. I have Stash Sold because I have a D-Stash page on Ravelry, and then I have Stash Added and Stash Used. So yeah, do that. So fun. So fun. I'm just sitting here thinking of all the yarn I haven't added to that yet. Yeah. It's bad. I haven't added, if you'll remember, I bought, I think, 5 or 6 sweater quantities worth of yarn from Knit Picks, which was relatively inexpensive considering I was buying, I don't know, 100 skeins of yarn for 6 sweaters. I think I spent under $200 for all 6. So it wasn't that I spent a ton of money on 100 skeins of yarn. It's just that's 100 skeins of yarn being added to the stash that I never added. So that's interesting. So yeah, I think that is all the administrative stuff. I'm pretty sure. Again, if I miss something, message me and I'll make sure to put like an addendum to this video or something to keep it in there. So let's move into the knitting content. So I'll show you the sweater first. I know you guys are dying to get to that. I haven't had a whole lot of time to knit this week. So pretty much the bulk of the work I got done on this was when Jason was in DC, before I had to work. If you recall, I was off that Monday and I podcasted, so I didn't get as much knitting done that Monday because I was podcasting and editing. And then I had to go back to work Tuesday, and my husband came home Tuesday evening. So literally, I basically didn't get any knitting time at all after that, because when I went back to work, what are you doing, Max? Max, what you got? You okay? I'm not sure what he's doing. Anyway, so it was a really busy week at work last week, and this week, of course, we're trying to wind down for the end of the year, which means we're trying to get some of our older projects out to help our numbers for next year. And so I've really been pushing and trying to get some stuff out. So my knitting time has been very limited because there have been a lot of late nights and early mornings. But I was able... not sure what, oh, school bus. I was able to get most of his sweater finished. So this is what I have. So I finished this sleeve. I apologize for the barking. There is a school bus outside. So my dogs are going nuts. My dog. I'll just wait for that to pass. So I was able to finish one sleeve. I finished this 2 nights ago. And I picked up this sleeve last night or yesterday, and I knit to where the decreases begin. So this comes right above his elbow, probably like right about here on him. And so I have 10 decrease sections to do. And then after that, I have another 2 inches of stockinette stitch and 2 inches of ribbing, and I will be done. So literally, the sweater will be done in about 1.5 hours to 2 hours because it won't take me that long once I hit the decreases. But it looks really good on him. So I am knitting the flax pattern by Tin Can Knits, and this is the large size, and I'm knitting it with Knit Picks Wool of the Andes worsted and the Marble Heather colorway. And it looks amazing on him. I was really, really happy with how well it fit him, because I've seen some of the finished objects on Ravelry, and they look a little like there's no shaping to the sweater. It's a very basic raglan top-down sweater, so there's not any body shaping to it, which makes it look a little boxy on a lot of guys, a lot of men. So but this actually fits his body type perfectly. It looks amazing on him. I will insert a couple of pictures here. I'm really, really, really happy with how this turned out. I'm happy with the fit. The only complaint he had is that it's itchy, but that's why we made it a little bit bigger, so that he can put a t-shirt underneath of it. He said it's super warm, and my husband does get very hot, so he said he's not sure. It has to be really cold for him to be able to wear this, and I told him he's wearing it on Christmas Day regardless, so at least for an hour or two, so we can get some nice pictures. But yeah, it looks really good. It's a basic sweater, and if he does wear this and he likes the fit and it's comfortable, I will be making him a grandpa cardigan, because that's what he really wants. He wants a open front with buttons, cabled grandpa style sweater. I just didn't want that to be the first one I made for him, because I know my husband, and I'm not going to put that much work or money into yarn for something that he's never going to wear. So if he likes this and his only complaint is that it's itchy or that it's too warm, then I think the cardigan would be perfect, because it's something that he could wear out to dinner in the wintertime as like a jacket and take it off inside, so that it's not like he'll have a t-shirt underneath of it, so that it's more of an outdoor garment than an indoor garment that he can actually wear. So it looks fantastic. I'm so happy with how this turned out. I don't know. I feel like my stitches are even. It does need a blocking just because of the garter ridges on the sleeve. They kind of need to be straightened out a little bit, and because of the decreases, but there is a little, so the only modification that I made is that when picking up this, first of all, is it calls for 1.5 inches of ribbing, but my husband and I both prefer a longer rib, so I did 2 inches of ribbing. And then it calls for you to pick up 8 stitches underneath the arm, and I actually picked up 14, because if I would have only picked up 8, there would have been these really large holes on either side of the area that I picked up. And there is still a small hole on this side that I'm going to have to go back and sew up when I'm done. But by doing that and then immediately decreasing the next 3 rounds, so I just knit 2 together and then slip knit on the other side, every round for 3 rounds, I got down to the recommended 8 that you were supposed to pick up. And by doing that, it really closed up those gaps. So I only have a tiny hole I have to sew up instead of a large hole. So there it is. I'm really happy with it. He's happy with it. He really likes it, so that makes me feel really good. So the next, in case you haven't figured out by now, I'm done with my coffee, I'm going to move it. In case you have not figured out by now, I don't have any FOs this week. I broke my streak because I was having quite a few FOs there for a while. So I knit a ton on my Cozy Memories blanket. It is so difficult to show on the podcast. So what I did is I took a picture for the last podcast, which showed you my progress last time. So I'm going to use that picture as my before photo, and I took another picture as my after photo. So here are those pictures. To kind of show you for a reference, last time you saw this, the only completed row was the bottom one. So I have completed 4 more rows plus added several up along the side. Like I said, I don't know why I even brought this to show, because it's kind of pointless trying to stretch it out and show the progress on the podcast, but I did want you guys just to see in person how it looks. These 2 squares look quite similar, don't they? These 2. That's okay. So, I've added a lot to this. So I did 3 squares a day since the last time I podcasted, which means I've added 33 squares to this blanket since you guys have seen it. 33 squares in 2 weeks. So I say I have not had a lot of knitting time, but I have been spending at least 2.5 hours a day on this blanket alone. Everything else has been put into the sweater. So this is what I got most of my work done on this week. I am now officially caught up to where I can do 2 squares a day from now to the end of the year, because my goal is to have 365 squares on it by the end of the year. I am at 216 squares, and I should be at 291, I believe. So my original goal was to make it so that I could get to a point where I only had to do 2 squares a day from now to the end of the year to hit my goal. What I think I'm going to do, because I have enjoyed working on this so much, is I think I'm going to continue to do 3 squares a day from now until either I get caught up on, if you saw the picture, one side of my blanket needs gaps filled in, and the other one is completed as far as width-wise. So it's as wide as it's going to be. So I'm going to knit 3 squares a day until I either get caught up to the point where I can do 1 square a day from now to the end of the year, or until that left side of the blanket is blocked off. So that's my goal. So I will be working on that while I edit the podcast, and then when I'm done editing, I will be working on the sweater. Hopefully I can get my sweater done, or my husband's sweater done today, so that I can focus on dyeing tomorrow and get back into my knit-alongs. If you watch my last podcast, you know that I am participating in not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 knit-alongs. So the first knit-along is the What the Fade knit-along by Drea Renee Knits, Andrea Mowry. Gave up on that one a long time ago, but I would still like to finish that shawl just so I can have it done and have the yarn to put into my blanket. The second knit-along is the Stephen West Speckle Pop knit-along. As you can tell, I'm not showing it today because I have made no progress on it since the last time I podcasted. So, I'm not showing it today. I am still working on Clue 1. Clue 4, the final clue, came out today. So my goal is to get that finished and off the needles. My third knit-along is the Boo Knits knit-along. The final clue came out last week, and I am still only done with the first clue. So I want to get that finished and off the needles. And the fourth knit-along is the Sweater knit-along. My goal is to work at least 1 cabled row on it every couple of days, so that way by the end of the week I have a couple inches of progress on it. So those are my 4 projects that I am focusing on. In between all of that, I need to cast on and finish my Desert Vista Dye Works socks for October, which should only take me a day or 2. So there you go. Those are the plans for the next, probably until the end of the year, is to get those projects done. Obviously I'll have November and December socks for Desert Vista Dye Works. I have a few socks that I want to knit. I haven't decided. I'm probably not going to. I was going to knit birthday socks for my dad and my stepdad, who both have birthdays at the beginning of November, but I think I might hold off on that. And I was also going to knit my brother-in-law socks, which you'll see, but I'm not sure when I'll do that. I might hold off until his birthday, which isn't until like July of next year, to knit those. I haven't decided when I'm going to do those. I'm not Christmas knitting this year. This is the first year I haven't Christmas knit, and it's going to be interesting to see people's faces when they realize they're not getting a gift from me this year, because normally I always give hand-knitted gifts. I'm not doing it this year. I took this year off as a break to focus on myself and things I wanted to knit and goals I wanted to accomplish, rather than knitting for everybody else. So, I know that's a lot of knitting stuff. Plus, I have a lot of cast-ons that I still want to do. I want to do the Sorrento shawl so bad. I've been talking about that for months, and I just never got a chance to cast it on. So, we'll see. I've got plans. And next year is going to be the year for socks. 100% year for socks. I think I'm going to shoot for 3 pairs of socks a month. What I would like to happen, I don't know if it's going to happen or not, is I would like to continue doing my Desert Vista Dye Works knit along throughout the year, so that's 12 pairs. I would like to knit 12 pairs of Cozy Knitter socks, because her yarn, I'm getting lots of her yarn and it's starting to pile up, and I really want to use it and knit some socks out of it. So that's another 12 pairs if I could do those a month. And then Nomadic Yarn, same with her yarn, it's piling up, I want to use it. And for her yarn, I think I'm going to try to knit a bunch of the Harry Potter colorways next year. So that's 12 socks. So that's what, like 36? Is that right? 36 pairs of socks that I would like to do next year. And the only one that really has to be done every month is the Desert Vista Dye Works socks. But the other ones I would kind of just cast on and do as I had time in between other projects, and have a goal to get 36 pairs of socks done by the end of the year. That's the goal. We'll see if it actually happens. Yeah, I think I'm playing with my necklace again. So I think that's it. Knitting related. I have a ton of acquisitions to go into, and I have some chatter at the end. But other than that, that's all I've got for knitting. So let's move on to acquisitions. So I am going to begin with swaps. I have done quite a few Starbucks mug swaps with you guys, and I am enjoying it so much, and I've received some fantastic packages that I want to share. So the first thing I'm going to show you are the 2 mugs my husband got for me when he was in DC. So, almost dropped it. Need to be more careful. So the first mug he got for me is Maryland, which is gorgeous yellow. And the crab, you have to have the crab on Maryland, which the funny story about that is his friend who lives in Maryland said they missed that there was a crab on there because I guess it was yellow and they were expecting red, but they missed the crab the first time, and they said this isn't even a real Maryland cub because it doesn't have a crab on it. Well, guys, guess what? That's the first thing I saw. It's got the adorable little Maryland crab. So I love the bright yellow. I love these mugs so much. They are so freaking adorable. So he purchased that for me, which I got to put these all back in the laundry basket to go back downstairs so that I can put them in my cupboards. My husband is doing research to build me a, originally we were going to purchase one, but we couldn't find one big enough for the price that we wanted, so I think he's going to build me a rack to hang on the wall so I can display these in my kitchen. So he also got me the Washington DC one, which is, of course, has the White House and the red, white, and blue, and a lovely gray interior. I really like the gray that they used for that on the inside. So there is Washington DC. The next one, okay, so those are the 2 that he purchased for me. Oh my gosh, you guys. Like, literally, I could cry looking at all these fantastic packages you guys sent me. So, I'm gonna try to go in order I received. But I might be a little off, so please do not get offended. I got a lot, so I couldn't remember who's who. But I do remember that Asia was one of the very first ones that I received from this round. I know I received my California, and my very first one was the North Carolina one. My second one, I believe, was the California one. I think. It's right here. Because I know that she sent me a gift card. So I'm pretty sure it's the California one that came with a gift card. That's Twin Cities. maybe yeah, it was the California one. So, my California one, I bought the Twin Cities one for me randomly from my Starbucks. I don't know why they had a Twin Cities one. And I received the California one, and then the week before that, I had received the North Carolina one. So, all these other ones I've received since then. So, my husband bought me the Washington, D.C. one and the Maryland one. Then Asia sent me Seattle. So, I had asked for 2 of these. One for my husband and one for my collection because my husband's a huge Seattle fan and it's got coffee on it because I used it today. She sent me, you guys, so she sent me 2 of these like I asked. Then she sent me this lovely note. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. She sent me this note telling me about the story behind the Starbucks in her hometown of Seattle. So, for those of you that don't know, Starbucks originated in Seattle, and the original coffee shop was in Pike Place Market. So, she sent me this beautiful note explaining all of this in the package, and then she also sent me this little verb from Pike Place Market that tells the history of their original Starbucks store. So here's the second Seattle mug that she had sent. Then she also sent me a Pike Place Market mug from the original Starbucks. So for those of you that don't know, Pike Place Market is a huge market in Seattle. And look at the fish and the ferry boats. And oh my God, this is so gorgeous. And I love the brown. So she sent that one. So that's 3. Then she also sent the Washington State mug, oh my gosh, which has Mount Rainier in it, because I'm really glad that it has Mount Rainier, because my husband was really upset when he found out that the Seattle ones didn't have the mountain in it, which, I mean, Seattle's a city. Washington would have the mountain, not Seattle, but anyway. So, there is the Washington mug, which I adore. And I told her when she sent these, I said, like, the way I feel about Washington, it's like, I've never lived, it's like, I don't care that I've never lived there. I know that that is supposed to be where I'm supposed to live. Like, Washington State itself, I don't even know how to explain it. Like, I just love Washington so much. Like, it's where my husband and I are supposed to be in life. And it is our goal to move there. So, for those of you that didn't know that, I will be living in near Seattle in Washington at some point in my life. So, she sent me those mugs. She also sent me, I'll see if I can take a picture of it and insert it, because I don't have it to show because my husband is actually using it right now. It is a Seattle mug, but it's black and white, and it has like, it's black at the bottom and it's white at the top, and it has like the Seattle skyline, and then it has like a ferry boat on the back. It's just adorable, and it's huge. It's about twice the size of this cup. So my husband and I really fought over that because it's definitely my husband's style. He likes the black and white feel, and but I love it too. So we've been rotating on and off who shares what. So thank you so much, Asia, for that lovely package. I seriously cried when I opened it, because I've cried at pretty much all these packages, because the sheer generosity of you guys, I never imagined I would be a part of a community that is so fantastic. So the next package, if I recall, the next Starbucks package that I received was from Krista in Kentucky. So originally I had organized a swap with somebody else. They had said that in the meantime, Krista had reached out and said, hey, do you need a mug from Kentucky? And I was like, well, somebody else has already organized a swap with them, so no, but thank you so much for the thought. And she's like, well, do you need one from West Virginia, or was it Virginia or West Virginia? I can't remember which. And I was like, no, I already organized a swap with somebody from Virginia too. And she was like, well, crap, I keep trying to help out and I can't. Well, it turns out the Kentucky one fell through. Not necessarily fell through, it just got delayed. So I was like, go ahead, send me a Kentucky one. If I end up getting two, it's no big deal. So she sent me a Kentucky mug. I'll take it out of the box so you guys can see it. And I love it. I love the horses, the hot air balloons, and the bridge. I believe this is the Ohio-Kentucky Bridge. I might be wrong. I think this is supposed to be the Ohio River. And then the guitar, and then deer, which Ohio and Kentucky are very similar. So we're big deer hunters around here. So anyway, I just love it. They have the jet, and I love it so much. So she sent me that, and because it's Krissa, and if you'll recall, Krissa was the one that sent me a lovely package a few weeks ago with Henry the Hippo to go with Helga, and some other crocheted goodies, and some yarn. Oh my god. She sent me more crochet goodies. Look at these. So we have Elvira, which I love this, and this has really special memories for me because I remember my mom dressing up as Elvira for Halloween when I was a kid, I thought it was so cool. My mom was dressing up with me, so I remember her dressing up as Elvira, and oh my gosh, she does such an amazing job on these stuffies. They are amazing. Okay, so then she sent me Frankenstein's monster. Oh my gosh, look at his little, oh my god, these are so cute. I think I'm going to put these up on my shelf right here to display. Oh my god, I love them so much. Thank you so much, Krissa. You are so incredibly talented, and I wish I could crochet like this. The details into this, like she even put like earrings on her and some blush and the red mouth for the red lip. Oh my god. It is so incredibly cute. Thank you so much. I love these so much. So, thank you, Krissa, for that package from Kentucky. So, that's 2, 4, 6 mugs. 8 if you count the other 2 Seattle ones. And I still have 4 more swaps to show you. So, and like I said, if you've seen what I showed you so far, I still have 4 left. You could probably understand why it gets jumbled, who sent what. So, the next package I received 2 on the same day. So the first one I'll show you is from Virginia. So this was my Virginia swap. So she sent me the Virginia mug. And look, they have a crab just like Maryland does, except for it's blue. Oh my gosh, I love it. And I love like this because when I think of Virginia, I think of Virginia and Pennsylvania. I think of like historical places. Like I remember going, I don't know, just like I'm big into the Civil War. When I was a kid, I was obsessed with learning about the Civil War, and when I think of Virginia and Pennsylvania and Ohio and all Maryland, I think of the Civil War. So I loved that they included like the cannon in there and everything. So you guys, okay, so in the mug she sent some teas, which I always love tea. She sent coffee. Let me see if I can get it out of here. And she knows I have a Keurig, so she sent the holiday blend from Starbucks. And she also sent the breakfast blend from Starbucks. And some Sixlets. Love Sixlets. And she also sent me 2 minis. So, she sent me some minis for my Scrappy blanket. I was going to put these in my blanket the other day, and then I was like, I kind of want to show them on the podcast before I put them in there. So, I think this one might be Desert Vista Dye Works. And then this one, I think, is Lolo Did It. So, she sent me that. See if I can get it back in the mug. And, you guys, and she wrote me a letter. This is the fabulous Melissa. Oh, look at the sparkle. This is so me. I need to figure out how to dye yarn that gold color. So, the mug that I sent to her was the one that broke. So, I am going to be sending her another one out. And I don't think I mentioned who sent this. Angela, and I think she's Love So Special on Instagram. You guys, look what she sent me. So first of all, it's not showing up very well in the camera, but can you see it's glittery? Okay, so first of all, it's handmade. It's quilted. It's a mug rug. This is so incredibly thoughtful. Like, I wouldn't even know how to make something like this. Oh my gosh. But the fabric she used. So she used this glittery, like, the detail in this. So glitter. Look at this. Do you guys see what that is? It's a honeybee. You guys, this is amazing. And then she even wrote, made for Melissa Lukowski at Honeybee Knits by Angela Ingram at Love So Special, October 2017. You guys, I'm going to hang this up behind me, I think. I think it's too pretty to use as a coaster because I don't want to get coffee on it because, as you can tell, I spill my coffee. So I think this is either gonna get framed and hung up, or I might just pin it up to the wall. But oh my gosh, this is so pretty. It might even go downstairs in my kitchen. I am like in awe. I wish I could quilt. I wish I could do everything. You guys, she did a fabulous job on this, and it is so adorable. Thank you so much, Angela. This is just... I just, honestly, I can't believe how thoughtful you guys are. I really can't. And it's just so, so sweet. And it makes me feel really special. It really does. It lets me know that I'm not just sitting in front of my camera babbling for 2 hours. There's people out there listening and they like to hear me talk. So it's not, because like, honestly, days like today, I was very dejected about not having my husband's sweater done. And I was like, sad about not going to Rhinebeck, and I was like, I can't podcast today, I'm too down. And then I like look at packages like this and I'm like, I need to put something out there for you guys, because there are people out there that wait on it, and they're my friends and they want to hear from me and they want to chat with me and they want to knit with me, so I need to just do it. So thank you for giving me the encouragement to keep going, because it's people like you that are so sweet and thoughtful that remind me of why I'm doing this to begin with. So thank you. I love it so much. So that is Virginia. And then the same day I received that, I received one from Boston. Hi, Kelly. So this one came from Kelly in Boston. And she sent me the Boston mug. Stop singing, Melissa. Levi, get out of my head. So, here is Boston. Look at this. The swans and the bridge and the boat. And of course, Boston, again, hello, Boston Tea Party, historical. I love the East Coast so much. So, oh my god, I love this cup. Oh, this blue. Oh my god, I don't know if you can see that blue. Like, I seriously am going to take inspiration from these mugs for some colorways with these solid colors they have, because they are just, like, the richness of the colors are gorgeous. She also sent me some tea, but that's not all. Okay, she went a little nuts. So I open up the package and I see well, first of all, she sent me this Halloween card. I love it. How cute is that? Oh my gosh, Kelly, you're so sweet. So, and she did, hang on. She did give me an invite next time I'm in Boston to hang out with her and knit, which I'm definitely going to take her up on. I've never been to Boston, so I'm definitely going to plan a trip so that I can knit with her. So, she sent me the cutest socks. Okay, so first of all, look at these pink polka dotted pug socks. Like, you guys, I love pink, I love polka dots, and I love pugs. I love all dogs. So these are super cute, and I haven't taken them out of the package yet. because I wanted to show you guys. But, and then look at these. I'm wearing these on Halloween. It says death before decaf. Oh my God, you guys. She sent me, I'm going to wear these on the Halloween edition of the podcast. Oh my God, look at them. They're earrings. Oh my God, they are so freaking cute. I love them so much. So, and then she sent me a ton of candy that is from, who else sent me? Oh, the next one. Okay. So, from the Boston area. So she sent me Necco wafers and Boston baked beans and Junior Mints and, oh my gosh, the Charleston Chews, my new favorite candy. Like, she sent me 2 boxes and they're like, well, everything's gone, but those were gone. Like, literally within a couple hours of her sending me that package, one of the 2 boxes was gone. Jason's like, you ate all that candy? I was like, I did, and I have no regrets. Guys, I'm turning. So, and she sent me, was that it? I think that might have been it. I think that's all the candy she sent, but she said that her son helped her pick it out, so that is so, so sweet, and I just love that. Again, another amazing package. So sweet, so thoughtful, and really delicious. I have 2 more. So then, a couple days ago, I received a package from Jill. Hi, Jill. So Jill is from Texas, so of course, she sent me, you guessed it, the Texas mug. You guys, I love that orange. I love burnt orange. When I was a kid, I told my dad I was going to get a Cobalt in the burnt orange colorway. That was going to be my first car. Never happened. Never probably will, because I don't like burnt orange on cars as much as I did when I was a teenager. Don't ask why I liked them, but this burnt orange I love. But look, oh my God, I love it so much. Look at the star, and oh my gosh, you guys, I love these mugs so much. She sent me some tea, and then she sent me this, and I think she made this, handmade this. It says, you can call me Queen Bee. It's a badge holder. Oh my gosh, it is so freaking cute. This is going on one of my project bags, and I actually have an idea of badge for work, so I might actually put my badge on it and use it for that. But, and she sent me, so Jill sells, well, first of all, I didn't know this, but she's a nail technician. So next time I'm in Texas, I'm going to make sure to stop by her so she can do my nails, because she probably is tired of seeing my ratchet nails on the podcast. But she is also an essential oils and candle distributor. So I opened up a package, and there was like this roll of paper like this, and I was like, what is this? And I opened it up, and it's information about essential oils. So if you've watched the podcast in the past, you know that I struggle with anxiety and depression, among other things. And this basically is an introduction to essential oils. And I have heard so much about essential oils. My neighbor sells essential oils. I have friends that use them, and it's one thing that I've never tried. And recently, we were looking into potentially purchasing some essential oils and a diffuser for my cat, because my cat is, he's very, very old. He's deaf. He has allergy issues, and he gets very, very, very congested in the wintertime, to the point where he has to breathe out of his mouth. We've tried nose drops. We've taken him to the vet on multiple occasions, and nothing ever seems to help. So we were talking, I looked up an essential oil recipe for congestion in felines. Felines? I don't know. Cats. And we were talking about buying a diffuser and getting some essential oils to try them out. Never crossed my mind that I should try it for me. She sent me a blend for anti-anxiety. So it says, it's called Be Calm. It's anti-anxiety, lavender, cedarwood, sweet orange, and vetiver. I think it's Vetiver. And it says, roll lightly behind earlobes, on wrist, at base of neck, or behind big toe. Breathe in when calm is needed. 100% pure therapeutic grade essential oils. So this is such a thoughtful gift because I have been, my anxiety has been a little crazy recently, which is probably going to be evident in my acquisitions because I told you guys when I get anxious and stressed and depressed, I shop. So it's going to be evident that I have had some anxiety issues recently. And so this is, again, another very, very thoughtful gift. So thank you so much, Jill. I really appreciate it. And I'm glad I actually get to try some of this out before deciding what to buy. And also this list that she gave that basically tells you different essential oils that are good for different things. So like Citrus Clean is grapefruit, lemon, eucalyptus, sweet orange, and it's an odor eliminator, household cleaner, and laundry deodorizer, which I could use that because I've used like OxyClean to get like smells out of some of our clothing, like, you know, when you're outside mowing grass you get really stinky, like that kind of stuff, and it doesn't work. So I might have to try that. And they have all kinds, natural defense, there's throat and cough, there's all kinds of different things that you can use essential oils for. So I'm going to read through this, and she gave me a pricing list too, which will be helpful when I go to actually purchase, I think. So yeah, so I am definitely going to be doing more research into this, trying out this this one. And Jill, I might hit you up for some that decongestive blend that I had found for my cat. So thank you so much for that. Again, you guys, these were supposed to be mug swaps. But I really do appreciate all the love and time you guys spent in putting in these packages. So the next one, we had agreed to actually do a mug swap along with a local yarn shop, which I know for a fact I have not sent this one out yet, because there are no locally dyed yarns that I'm aware of to me. And so I think what I'm going to do, because I was looking for some stuff, the only one I know of is like a 45-minute drive from here. And if I had some, I would just gift it to you, but I don't. So I don't think I'm going to have time to go down there this week. So what I think I'm going to do is send some of my yarn. If you're watching this and you don't want my yarn, let me know. But that's probably what I'll end up sending because I'm the most local person to me that I know. So, because the idea was to send local yarn. So, this package, you guys, like, I let my husband open this package because I got like 6 packages yesterday, and he's like, I want to open one. I was like, okay, open this one, because this one doesn't come with a receipt to show what I bought and how much I spent, because I knew it was a swap. So there you go. So he opened it, and this is from Heather. Hi, Heather. So first of all, she sent me this flamingo. Look. I love this so much. I love flamingos. And this is going to go next to Chris's flamingo. But, oh, I moved it. Oh, it's over there on my end table. But Krista gifted me a flamingo, and this is going to go, I'm going to put this card up next to hers. But she put a Post-it note in here that she didn't write in it because she, I do the same thing. It's awesome when you can get multiple uses out of an adorable postcard that you know is going to make somebody smile. So maybe I will re-gift that in the future for sure, because it puts such a smile on my face, and I love it so much. She sent me this beautiful letter. I'm not going to read it, but it was seriously an amazing letter to receive. I love it so much. I think more than anything, when I receive packages from you guys, as much as I love all the stuff you send, the handwritten notes and the personal touches and the comments about how you watch my podcast and the joy that it brings you is by far the best gift I could ever get. It is so fantastic. So thank you. But she lives in California, and I had told her, she's like, oh, I wanted to do a swap with you, but I think you already have the California mug. And I said, hey, there are like 6 California mugs, so pick one. So it lives in San Diego, and she sent me the San Diego mug. Oh my gosh, I love it. I love these Skyline ones. I really do. Oh, that bridge. The boats, and oh my gosh, I love the West Coast. I love the East. I just want to travel to all these places. But again, the nice rich blue. So I love the mug. She sent that. And I don't even know where to begin. So, she sent me these and I meant to put them on yesterday and I forgot. But okay, they're going on as soon as I'm done podcasting. It says Cali Love. Oh my God. Look at those hearts. Oh, I love socks, guys. You guys are so sweet. I love this. I have 3 new pairs of socks. I love it so much. Thank you. So, socks. She sent me this cute little change purse, which, as we all know, change purses for knitters turn into Notion pouches. And it's got the California Republic flag on it. The bear. I love it. It's so cute. So, she sent me this starfish rock. And it's called the Starfish Pocket Stone, and it comes with a little thing about myths about starfish, so I'm just going to read it real quickly. It says, a star from heaven fell into the beautiful sea. That's the legend of the starfish as we know it to be. Intuitive and magical, it grows and heals too, symbolizing renewal and strength in all that we do. You're stronger than you think. You can accomplish what you wish. Just remember the magical meaning of this little starfish. You guys, that is so cute. I love stuff like this. I love it so much. So that was so sweet and thoughtful. She sent me a little keychain ornament, which is probably going to be a stitch marker for me. And it's California license plate with my name on it, and it says San Diego on the back. She sent me this adorable seahorse stitch marker charm. Or a Progress Keeper charm. Oh my gosh. It's so sparkly. Oh, I love it so much. I adore this. It's going on my project. And then this skull, this sugar skull, which it has a hole in the bottom and the top. So I think what I'm going to try to do is make a Progress Keeper out of it. Oh my God, it is so cute. I love this. I love sugar skulls. I think it's hand painted. Yes, it is hand painted. That is so cool. I love it. So, she sent me that with a bag with a bunch of goodies inside. She sent me this set of coasters from San Diego, and it's different locations. So, says San Diego, Seaport Village. I can't read that one. The Kiss or the Key, I think. Oh, it's the Kiss. It's the famous picture of the sailor. Why don't I just open these up so I can show you guys? Because they're so stinking cute. And I needed some of these. So I might as well open them so I can use them. So we have San Diego. And each one has like a little blurb on the back about the areas. I'm going to take some time and read that. And these are Corkology coasters, by the way, so they're made out of cork. Then there's the Kiss, which we all know about this sculpture in the famous photo. Oh my gosh. And then there is Coronado, California. There is Old Town, San Diego. There is Gasling's Quarter, San Diego. Oh, sorry, Gaslamp Quarter, San Diego. And Seaport Village. So these are super adorable and super cool that it tells you about all these places. And it makes me want to take a trip to San Diego now because I've never been there. So I really love this package because it was very well thought out, and you can tell like she put a lot of time finding things that were local to her, which I think it helps living in a touristy town, because I wouldn't be able to send I'm going to send her some local things, but I wouldn't be able to find something like this for well, I guess I probably could, because Dayton has the Wright brothers, so I bet I can find some Wright brothers souvenirs. We'll see what I can find. So I just took a minute while my hubby was making lunch downstairs to read through these, and I'm a history buff, so reading about these different places in San Diego was really fun for me. My favorite was the Seaport Village story and the San Diego skyline story. So these are super cool. Thank you. So then she also sent me this tote bag, and I'm going to put most of my whips that'll fit in here. It says, "Knitter, not a quitter." How cute is that? I love it. That's super cute. I'm going to put some of my whips downstairs in there, and then hubby will stop complaining about them being all over the back of the couch. So she sent me some yarn that's local to her. So first of all, she sent me about a 40-gram skein mini of some Ba yarns, and it's La Jolla. So Ba La Jolla yarns, and it's 100% superwash merino, 400 yards, and she said it's one of her favorite colorways. It's called Wild Bang. I love it. And you know, I think this is enough to get a shorty pair of socks if I use some contrasting heels, toes, and cuffs, so I might try that. Or I might just add it into my blanket. But super pretty. I love it. So she also sent me another full skein of La Jolla Ba yarns, and this one is called Under the Sea. And she said in her letter, it's blowing out a little bit, she said in her letter that this was an exclusive colorway for their yarn crawl this year. So it's super incredibly special that she thought of me and she gave this to me. So I'm super excited to try this out. I believe I've heard of Ba yarns before, but I'm not 100% positive. But yeah, I love this. I love it so much. And it's got that nice tight twist that I like in a 2-ply. So I'm excited to try that. She also sent me some laser sheep yarn, and guys, look at the speckles, and it's rainbow, and it's just fantastic. And I believe this colorway, because she said that what she does is she creates these buttons that have the colorway name on them. So this is called Sheepicorn, and it's laser sheep yarns, and I have seen her on Etsy before, so I know this is something that you guys can get. But she said the dyer of this is actually in one of her knit groups, which how cool is that? So this is called Laser Sock. It's 75% fine merino wool, 25% nylon, 100 grams is 463 yards, and it says hand wash, air dry for best results, and it is gorgeous. Look at that yellow. Love it. So I'm really excited to have this too. So her package was amazing, and it, like, I was almost overwhelmed opening it yesterday because it's like, it was a big box, but I just kept pulling more and more out. And I forgot to mention that which one? The one from Texas, Jill. Jill sent me a bag of Esther Price chocolate covered marshmallows. They were like little pumpkins. Like literally, they didn't even make it an hour. Like the whole bag was gone. So good. I think my new favorite, between that and the Charleston Chews, I think my new favorite type of candy is the chocolate covered marshmallow-y things, because they were delicious. So good. So that concludes the mug swaps, which leads us into purchase acquisitions. So, you guys, I told you, it has been a week. So the first thing I want to show you, because you guys might want to run out and get some, is my David's Tea order. So I went on to David's Tea in the hopes of finding some more s'more whatever tea. And unfortunately, I don't know if they stopped selling it or if they were just sold out at the time. I'm not sure. I didn't find it. But I did find some other teas. So I got, they have some like Halloween October-y specials. This one is Stormy Night Black Tea. It's chocolate, cinnamon, coconut, vanilla. Oh, that sounds so good. And I haven't opened these yet. I was going to drink some last night and I fell asleep, so I didn't get to it. And then Witch's Brew, which is a Rubios. It's cocoa beans and spooky candy. So I thought I'd give that a try. I mostly bought it for the name. So my husband named one of my colorways, and when I release the colorway, you'll know why I bought this. Because I bought this after he named the colorway. So then I also had, so if you spend over $50, you get free shipping. And I was like a couple dollars away, so I added on this. It was on clearance. It's called Read My Lips, and it's just a black tea with sprinkles in it. And I love black tea. It's one of my go-tos, so that's why I got this. And then I also got this one for free because I used my points, and it's called Carrot Cupcake. So I'm excited to try this. So, you guys, of course, I have a mug problem. Look at this mug. Gosh, it glows in the dark. It is so cute. So I haven't used it yet. I'm going to make some tea this evening after dark and see if it actually does glow in the dark. But how stinking cute is this? So my husband has been like, next time you order a mug from David's Tea, let me pick one out because I want one. And then I showed him this and the raccoon one, and he's like, I'm good with those. So I think he's going to, I have my two sheepy ones, and he's going to have the raccoon one and this ghost one. So he doesn't even drink tea, so I don't know why he's worried about it. But I think he wants to start, so maybe that's why. Anyway, ghosty mug. And this is not in any order, by the way, because I'm saving one for last. I ordered, oh my god, there's so much crinkling today. Sorry. So, look away. This is a spoiler for Vivid Yarn Studio October Yarn of the Month Club, which you should have all received by now. But, so she always sends a stitch marker and some tea, and this is what prompted me to go onto David's Tea website, is because she sent some s'mores, chai s'mores from David's Tea. And she sent this stitch marker this month is a spider web. Super cute. And I think she hand makes these, so she really takes the time to do those. And then here is this month's colorway. Oh my gosh, you guys, look at that. Oh my god, it's so pretty. Look at the sparkle, and I am so glad, because this is the month I would have missed if I would have canceled my club. And I'm so glad that I didn't, because I would have been really sad if I didn't get this. It's gorgeous. So there's that. Stop singing. Stop singing. Stop singing. Stop singing. Then I have heard amazing things about Amy of Stranded Dye Works and her magical sock links. I know you hate it crinkling, Alicia. I'm sorry. So, her card, and I ordered, I think this one is Koi Pond. Where's the colorway? Oh, it's called Koi. Oh my god, look at that. Oh, so pretty. And then this one is Frostbite. And one of these may potentially be a giveaway. What happened was I couldn't decide between the two, so I purchased them both. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, I do not need 2 more sock blanks. And I was like, well, when they get here, I'll decide which one I like better, and I'll use the other one for a giveaway. I love them so much. I love them both. I really do. So my favorite is this koi one, so I'm definitely keeping this. My problem is that if I were to give one away, this one would be it. The problem is that I'm a December baby, so I'm not a blue person. I mean, not that I don't like blue. I love blue, but I don't tend to wear a lot of blue. So my first inclination is give this away. However, I'm a December baby, so it's very wintry, and I was thinking birthday socks. I don't know. So if you see me cast these on for birthday socks, then you'll know I'm not giving either one away, because I'm definitely keeping this one. If you don't, then this will be a giveaway. So we'll see what happens. She might come out with some more before then too. What am I talking about? I am not buying any. I was seriously considering, like, oh, well, if she comes out with more colorways on sock blanks, I'll just buy those. I have to stop. Like, I do not need any more. I'm done. No more. No more yarn. Stop. So the beautiful sock blanks from Amy of Stranded Dye Works. And then Lolo did it. Let's start with this. So first of all, I ordered this to go with Dia Los Muertos as heels and cuffs. And then I ordered this. Hippo for Thanksgiving. Oh my gosh. Look at that. So the thing about, see, maybe there's more if I open it up. I think there is. I'm hoping that it's just the way that this is skeined, because this, I feel like, with the exception of her Hippo for Halloween and her Helping Hippos, the speckling on the Hippo colorways is getting to be less and less. Maybe that's intentional. I don't know. Maybe it's in there. It could be in there. I mean, when I open, yeah, it probably is. It's probably just the way she skeined it up. If I opened this up and made it naked, as Alicia calls it, I probably would see more speckles. Yeah, they're in there. They're definitely in there. But I was just thinking, like, I feel like every time I get a skein, it's less and less speckles from her, but I think it's just the way it's being skeined, so I think it's fine. But anyway, I got, this is Sassenach. I don't know how to say it, but I got it for heels, cuffs, and toes. For that, stop singing. Oh, and this one is called Blazing Sevens. Okay, and then, of course, always get a tape measure every time I order from her. I have probably like a million. So I've been wanting to order this colorway for my dad for a while, and I just put it off because I have some other colorways I want to make for him. And then I was like, oh, my dad and my stepdad's birthday is coming up. I need to make them some socks. And I bought, I had purchased the Go Pack Go colorway from, or maybe it's called Cheeseheads, for socks for my stepdad because he's a Packers fan. And I wanted to get Steelers, which is the Killer Bees or something colorway from her, for my dad because he's a Pittsburgh fan. But then he hasn't been watching NFL football lately, so I was like, no. And my dad is really big activist for veterans, and he's I don't want to say proud of his nationality, because I think we all, as Americans, we're proud of our country for the most part. I'm not going to get into politics or anything like that, but anyway, he's very big into red, white, and blue. And so I did buy Triumph to make him some socks out of. And I was thinking, their birthdays are both coming up at the beginning of November, and I wanted to make my dad these socks, and I wanted to make my stepdad Green Bay socks for their birthdays. But let's be honest, it's October 20th. My stepdad's birthday is on the 2nd of November. Sorry. My stepdad's birthday is on the 2nd of November. My dad's birthday is on the 6th of November. It's not going to happen. And then I was thinking Christmas socks, but then I'm like, no, I'm not doing Christmas knitting. I'm not doing that to myself. It is too late in the year to decide to do Christmas knitting. So after I ordered this, I had a little bit of, I remember why I hadn't ordered it yet kind of thing. So whatever, it's fine. These will be socks for my dad. It's fine. Eventually, these will be socks. And I bought blue suede shoes as contrasting heels, cuffs, and toes. And the reason why I got a full skein and not a mini is because my brother-in-law was here last week. He had bought a new car, and he brought it over to show it off, and he had stayed for dinner, and we were having a conversation, and I was like, please, just let me. I was like, because I've been begging him to let me knit him something for years. I was like, he's a cop. And I was like, a beanie. He's like, I don't wear beanies. I'm like, but it gets cold as a cop. He's like, no. I was like, a sweater, because you can wear it under your uniform and stay warm. And he's like, no. And I was like, well, let me knit you some socks. And he's like, no. He's like, I wouldn't take, like, he is very honest. Like, I wouldn't take care of him. But we were having a conversation about hand knitted stuff, because he has always been very, like, I don't want to say supportive, because he doesn't really care that much. But, like, when I talk about knitting, he's like, he finds it kind of interesting. Not like super interesting, but he can hold a conversation about it. And he thinks it's pretty cool, like this podcasting thing and my shop and stuff. So I was like, just let me knit you a pair of socks and try them. And if you don't like them, I'll never ask to knit you anything again. And he was like, fine. I was like, really? And he was like, yeah. So I bought this because I am an idiot and I know nothing about NFL. He's a Patriots fan. So for some reason, I was thinking Patriots would be America's team. And then I get it, and Jason's like, no, the Cowboys are America's team. So, because I got it, and I was like, this doesn't look like the Patriots colors at all. He's like, that's because it's the Cowboys. Whatever. He's not going to know. And it's blue. He likes blue. So, I'm going to knit him these. And I think I'm going to do this as contrasting heels, toes, and cuffs. So that is why I purchased the full skein, because I would have needed 2 minis of this colorway anyway, which it would be like $14, or I could just spend a couple extra bucks and have a full skein to use in the future. So, and these are going to be shorties, so if he likes them, he will get 2 pairs, and if not, Jason will get a pair of shorties too. So there is my Lolo purchases. I already put the hippos away, so there you go. And let's be honest, my dad loves hand knit socks, so if Jason or Jamie doesn't like those colors, then they will go to my dad. Okay. Spinning. Okay. I'm dying to finish the spinning project I have on my wheel right now, which is my last hand-dyed bat. And then I'm going to spin that rainbow bat that I bought from Wool Gathering. I showed a few podcasts ago. Which I told Levi, so tomorrow when I'm not dyeing yarn, so my plan is to edit the podcast, finish the sweater, do my squares on my blanket. We'll do my squares on the blanket, then finish the sweater. And hopefully the sweater will be finished by tonight, by the time I upload the podcast, or as the podcast is uploading. So that way that the rest of this weekend's knitting time can be spent on blanket and on the my knit-alongs. But I am going to spend tomorrow in between dyeing and hopefully a little bit on Sunday, because I want to finish at least, because what happens is I spin the single and I let it rest for 7 days before I apply it, and then I let it rest for 7 days before I soak it. So I at least want to get the single spun so I can start a new spin. And speaking of new spinning, Countess Ablaze had a sale on her fibers. And I have been following her for a long time, and I've always wanted to try some of her fiber, and I've never purchased it. And I was like, now's the time, and if you're going to do it and pay shipping, you might as well just go big or go home, right? This isn't going to show up well. I have to take this out of the packaging because the color isn't going to show well because of the glare. Oh my Look at that, guys. Oh, so pretty. Oh, I'm so excited to spin that. I need to get it back in the bag without getting it on the tape. So this one, and these are small bats, so they're 3.5 ounces, so they should spin up relatively quickly. So this one is called Gothica, and the way she dyes, she does it both in fiber and yarn, so you can actually get this in yarn if you're not a spinner. So Gothica, and then I purchased Extravagance and Cruelty, the 12 Caesars collection. Oh my goodness. Oh, look at all those colors. This is what I bought it for. It's pink and green, and there's some purple and black and natural, and I love it. And of course, the purple in there is shiny too, so. And then I purchased Stardust, pink and like this neon green, and there's some orange and gray. And then I got, oh my god, I want a skein of this yarn. So, well, I'm gonna spin a skein of it. This is called Geeks Like Rainbows too, and it looks nothing in the camera like this yarn, like this fiber looks in person. Reminds me of kind of like a retro rainbow. And all these have, well, this one didn't. I was going to say they all have Fire Star Sparkle in it, but this one is just 100% Corridel. And it's called Stardust, which is kind of funny that she didn't put sparkle in something called Stardust, but that's okay. And then this one is Aristocratic. And these were really good price, guys. That's why I got so many of them. First of all, she had them on sale. And I got a really good, I think either I got free shipping or a really good price on shipping. So I was not too worried about purchasing too many of them. But this gray right here is more like a silver. And I am trying to figure out how to dye this color for some of my Christmas colorways. So I've been playing around with some of my grays. But how pretty is that? So lots of spinning fiber purchased, and I want to spin them all up, so I need to get a move on spinning. Definitely putting the focus on spinning and socks in 2018. One more package. Okay, so this one I saved for last. I don't want to say I saved the best for last because these were all amazing packages, but you guys would probably agree that this is the best package that I got because they sent something for you guys. So, I got this package. So, first of all, let me show you what I purchased from her. So, I showed a skein of yarn last week. We were laughing because I got it off Black Market, right? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I'm trying to get this tag off so I can open it up because it's a sock blank and you need to see it fully open. So, this skein of yarn. Gorgeous. We're talking about Tara from Mitchell's Creations on Etsy. You have to go check her out. I already have my next purchase planned from her. I'm just waiting. Although I do need to do it this month because I'll tell you why in a minute. Anyway. You guys, look at this sock blank. Look at it. It is, oh my god. This is literally the prettiest sock blank I've ever seen in my life. Look at this. It's sparkle. You're seeing sparkle. Oh my god, it's so pretty. So incredibly pretty. So I purchased the sock blank, which look, it already wants to be knit up because the the thing is coming off. And it's just a one-of-a-kind sock blank, which is a shame because, I mean, I would buy all of them she had in sock if she had more in this. Oh my god, it's so pretty. So this is on her Fleur base. It's 2-ply fingering weight 75-25 superwash merino nylon Selena, 438 yards per 100 grams. It's so pretty. And then I also purchased this bag, which I've been eyeing in her shop ever since I saw her shop for the first time on Levi's podcast. Oh my god. Look. How pretty is this? I love it so much. I love fabric like this. So, it's a huge bag, guys. It is. It definitely passes the hat test that the girls in the Urine Cafe do. So, there's the inside fabric. I think she uses a fleece lining, which is nice because it allows the bag to be thick and stable and your needles won't poke through. But it is just gorgeous, and I've been drooling over it for months. So I finally, when I saw the sock blank, I knew the sock blank had to come home with me, and I was like, I'm finally biting the bullet and getting this bag. So her bags are fantastic. But I called Levi immediately after opening this package because I was crying. She made me the most thoughtful gift. I couldn't believe it. And Levi said he knew about it. Oh my gosh, look at this. You guys. Oh my god. I was speechless. Literally, no words. This bag, first of all, I know how much work it takes to make a bag. And to put the extra time to actually embroider something custom like this, I mean, when you embroider something like this, you have to figure out the placement of the lettering and where you want the beads to go, and then the honeycomb, and it's just the thread color, and I know how much time it takes to do something like this, so I am so appreciative, and her handles are fantastic. She does the little clippy handles, so you can take the handle off if you want, which I like because sometimes these handles get in the way. I like both. I like bags with handles and bags without handles. I don't have a preference either way, but her handles are fantastic. Her stitching is amazing, and the size of this bag is perfect for either a sock project or a one skein shawl. And so my socks for October are going to be in here. They're getting kicked out of my WTF knitting sock sack to go in this bag. Sorry, Levi. As much as I love that bag, I used it last month for my socks, and I need to use my new bag. So, I need to cast on more socks so I can put some in Levi's bag because I'm putting my October socks in this bag. I love it so much. Thank you so much, Tara. You are so very kind and thoughtful. She also sent me some candy, which I forgot about because if I would have remembered, it would have been gone. But she sent me some of these cookies, which are my favorite. You get these on an airplane. Well, Jason says that you get them on the airplane. And then some teas. Love it. Ooh, vanilla bean macaroon. I don't know that I've tried that before. And, of course, chocolate because I've been on a chocolate kick lately. So, look at her handwriting. She hand makes all these tags. But she sent me a beautiful little note. Her handwriting, I don't want to like show you what she said, but her handwriting is like gorgeous. I wish my penmanship sucks. She sent a giveaway for you guys. Check this out. So pretty. I love it so much. So, this is her, she has these in her shop, and I don't want to open it up, but her tag is kind of covering up. But this is like a little sack, and it says something about somebody's beauty emporium. It's super cute and super very like, she's from New Orleans, the New Orleans area, and I'm a huge fan of New Orleans. You guys already know this. But so I think so it's very what do you call it? Like New Orleans-esque, I guess. So pretty and so nice. So this is a giveaway for you guys. So, in case you haven't noticed, I have hit 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. So, the giveaway for this is I want you to go to Tara's shop on Etsy. which is Mitchell's Creations. So it's MITCHELL' Creations on Etsy. And if you need the link, message me and I'll send it to you. And tell me what your favorite item in her shop is, which is going to be really difficult because she has some amazing things. So comment below what is on your wish list from her shop. And before I podcast next, I will pick a winner for this. So, and Tara, there's going to be an order coming from me to you in like the next week or two, because that sugar skull bag is coming to my house. FYI. So, and I had to place that order before November because I told Levi, I don't think he believes I can do it, but I'm doing it. I'm doing No by November, which I believe what the original idea, or at least the original person I heard of it from, is the Yarn Snob. She did it last year. Well, she tried to. I'm doing it. I'm doing No by November. I have a ton of yarn still coming from Nomadic Yarns, Haverland, Desert Vista Dye Works, and those places are all, hello, they're all self-striping. What is wrong with me? Cozy Knitter? Oh my god. 6 skeins of yarn from Cozy Knitter. 6. What is wrong with me? Anyway, so I have a ton of yarn coming. We're going to say 15 skeins. So I need to put myself on a yarn diet. It's horrible. I've been really bad, and plus all the giveaways I received, I just, it's again, I want to knit with this fantastic stuff, so I need to stop purchasing this fantastic stuff so that I can knit with some of the stuff I do have. And I want to save up for Rhinebeck next year. Like I said, we're looking at booking our houses, but Levi said, you're going to need like a $10,000 budget for Rhinebeck next year. And I told him, I said, no, I'm not going to have a budget for Rhinebeck. That's the thing. That's why I couldn't go this year, is because when I go to Rhinebeck, it's not going to be about how much money I spend. It's going to be about how much stuff I can fit in my car. So, that's why, I need to go on a little bit of a yarn diet. And I've done this before. So, and I wasn't too serious about, like, I was serious about it before because I know I started Stash Down, but the point of that was to decrease the amount of skeins in my stash, not necessarily stop purchasing things. So, like, I could purchase as long as I used a skein. And this is more of a stop purchasing for a month. And I've done this before. So after my yarn crawl 2 years ago, I didn't purchase any yarn from August to December. And then my birthday month happened and everything went kind of crazy. But I'm not going to put like a 3-month restriction on myself like I had in the past. I'm going to do just a month. And what that normally does for me is it's like a you know how people do like a juice cleanse? It's like a reset button. It trains your brain to think, to really think about an item. And when you know you can't have it, you're going to want it even more. So, when I do the No by November, I'm going to see something and I'm going to add it to a list. And then by the time November comes, hopefully I will reset my mind to think, why did I want this so badly? Did I want it because it's gorgeous and beautiful and I couldn't live without it? Like, this sock blank had to come home with me. It would have come home regardless. Like, it had to be mine. Did I buy it because I had to have it? Or did I buy it because everybody else was buying it? Because, like I've said in the past, I get FOMO. Like, I want everything everybody else has. Levi was calling it faux blow. Fear of being left out on his podcast. But I had a good laugh at that. But anyway, why am I buying this? Do I have a project plan? Am I buying it because it would look nice on my yarn shelves? Because I tend to do that, especially with project bags. I'm like, ooh, that would look nice hanging on my wall. I don't need any more project bags. So why am I purchasing something? Is it something that I need? Is it something that I'm going to use within the next 6 to 8 months? And if not, don't buy it. So not allowing myself to buy anything for the month of November will help me reset my brain from I want it, so I'm going to get it, to I want it, but do I need it? So that is my goal. Obviously, exceptions to that are the clubs that are already coming out. But, for example, my Vivid Yarn Studio Club is already purchased for November, so I don't have to worry about that. The only one I'd have to worry about is purchasing for December, which I will do. My Cozy Knitter automatically comes out on the 1st of the month, so I'm not going to stop that. I'll let that come out. And then Lolo Did It will be coming out with Hippo for Christmas at some point, and it's the only one I don't have. And that's the only other purchase that I plan to make. If for some reason she decides to come out with a new colorway, because I already have Hippo for Thanksgiving, and I can't imagine what she would come out between Thanksgiving and Christmas, but there's potential for another colorway in between there. I will buy that as well. But other than that, I'm done. No more purchasing, especially yarn. And when I say no by November, it's no by November. So I have a tendency to, when I put myself on a yarn diet, to not buy yarn, but I still buy notions and bags and tea. No David's tea for me for November, which means whatever cute Nordic mugs they come out with are going to have to wait until after my yarn diet or after my spending diet. So that is it. I think that's all I have this week. It's a pretty long episode, and most of it is all acquisitions and packages swaps. So hopefully I didn't bore you guys too much. I'm really excited to get my husband's sweater done, and I'll probably do a few live videos this weekend, although I don't think anybody will watch me because they'll be watching all the live videos from Rhinebeck. So anyway, if you are lucky enough to be at Rhinebeck or have gone to Rhinebeck by the time you see this, I hope you had a lovely time, or I hope you have a lovely time. I hope you get lots of shopping in and it's going to be beautiful weather. A lot of people are complaining it's not going to be sweater weather. So I'm complaining myself. Okay, so real quick, if you are not interested in women's fashion or clothing, then feel free to turn the podcast off because this is all of the knitting content. But I did want to talk about a new subscription box that I am trying out. It is called Dia & Co, D-I-A and Co, and basically what it is, and I got my first month for free, so you spend $20. They send you 5 items in the mail. You try them on, you decide if you want to keep them. If you don't want to keep any of them, you just return the box. If you want to keep something, what they do is they discount $20 off your purchase. So for example, if I decided I just wanted to keep this necklace, they would have taken $20 off the necklace. So the whole outfit I have on today is from Dia & Co. And they sent me, I did a little live video on it. So basically they sent me this cardigan. They sent me this sleeveless blouse. They sent me this necklace. They sent me some legging jeans, which when I first saw, we'll get into that in a second. So legging jeans, and they sent me a sweater dress. So when I first saw that they sent me the leggings, I was like, and they're not leggings because they're denim, but they're like tight-fitting jeans. When I first saw that, I was like, not for me. I'm not going to be able to keep those. They fit amazing. So what they do is they give you a personal shopper, basically. You tell them what your size is, what your type of clothing you're looking for. Are you looking for office wear? Are you looking for active wear, lounge wear? Do you want dresses, skirts, pants? What's your best feature? What's your not so good feature? Like, what do you want to hide? And they send you an outfit and or a couple outfits, and I really like it. And if you buy everything in the box, you get 25% discount on your total purchase. So this week I wanted to keep this blouse, this month, these pants, and this cardigan. So I didn't care for the necklace. I don't normally wear costume jewelry. And the sweater dress was okay, but to me it was a little overpriced. But since I kept these 3 items, I basically got the dress and the necklace for free because of the discount. So you also tell them what kind of budget you have. So you tell them how much you're willing to spend on clothing, and then they send you stuff that they try to keep in your budget for. So they did a really good job. This outfit looks really good on me, and I really love it. It's really comfortable. Everything fits in the right places. It's very flattering on my body type, and it's hard for me to shop, especially for pants, because I'm 5'4", so if I'm too tall, or typically jeans for me are too long or too short, because I'm right in the in-between, and these fit perfectly. So I'm really happy with them, and I really like them. So if you're interested in that, let me know, because I will send you a link so you can get a discount on your first box if you want to just try it out. But if not, that's fine. I just wanted to let you guys know about it. I was kind of skeptical on it, but I was really happy with it when I received it. And like I said, you tell them your honest opinion about how everything fits and what you like. And I told them next time, I said, the dress was overpriced, so don't send me something like that next time. And I don't wear costume jewelry, so don't send me costume jewelry next time. So hopefully my next box will be more customized to me. But anyway, so that is it. That's all I have. So thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a great knitty week. Hopefully I'll do a live video sometime this weekend. I don't know, it depends on how much dyeing I get done tomorrow. And other than that, look forward to that shop update. Hopefully it'll be today, but I'll post on Instagram as soon as those items are in the shop. So yeah, that's all I have. Alright, well thank you guys. I'll see you next week. Bye.